Following the exhilarating yet tumultuous conclusion of the Clean Sweepstakes event, issue 76 delves into the aftermath, exploring the emotional and narrative consequences for the heroes. Sonic finds himself under scrutiny from the Chaotix for his unorthodox actions as the Phantom Rider, while Silver and Blaze grapple with the devastation of Victory Garden. The issue thrives on character-driven storytelling, offering compelling interactions that highlight the evolving dynamics within the cast. However, the most intriguing development lies with the Diamond Cutters. Not only has the restoration been left in ruins, but the revelation that Duo was in fact the imposter Mimic sends shockwaves through the team. Now, they must confront the fallout of their trust being shattered and navigate the complexities of their fractured alliance. This layered approach to the narrative deepens the stakes, transforming the arc's resolution into more than just a recovery phase. It becomes a test of resilience, loyalty, and the ability to rebuild after betrayal. As Silver reunites with the Diamond Cutters, a team he was once part of before being dismissed by Lanolin, the atmosphere is heavy with unspoken tension. The group sits in silence, heads bowed, avoiding eye contact, a reflection of the emotional weight that they carry. However, unlike his past self, Silver no longer succumbs to despair in moments of hardship. His experiences have strengthened him, shaping him into someone who can look beyond immediate misfortune and toward the possibilities of the future. Just as he has learned through tending his garden, even chaos can be cultivated into something meaningful. Seeking direction, Silver turns to Jewel, only to be met with an unexpected response. She's quitting. Like many who step beyond their comfort zones in pursuit of personal growth, Jewel took on the formidable challenge of managing the restoration, hoping to make a difference. Yet, the disastrous consequences of the Clean Sweep partnership have shaken her confidence. She was faced with an impossible choice: allow the civilians below to suffer the consequences of Clutch's machinations, or redirect the ship toward the Restoration HQ, placing her own people at risk. The weight of that decision still lingers, not as a moment of triumph, but as a haunting reminder of leadership's burden. Jewel's introspection reveals the depth of her character, not reveling in victory, but instead grappling with the devastation narrowly avoided. The responsibility of leadership has taken its toll, but just as she begins to break under its weight, Tangle steps in, offering a lifeline of friendship and perspective. With unwavering support, she reminds Jewel of all the times she made the tough calls when others would have faltered in fear. Yes, Clutch deceived her, but failure is not defined by a single mistake. Growth comes from learning. It's a lesson Jewel herself has often imparted to Tangle, and now, in a poignant reversal, Tangle returns the wisdom, reinforcing that the blame belongs to Clutch, not her. With Jewel's concerns finally addressed, Lanolin clears her throat, signaling her desire to speak next. As she begins, Silver's gaze sharpens, his body language revealing his lingering resentment toward her for how he was treated during the Duo fiasco. This moment has been highly anticipated by fans, as Duo's infiltration of the Diamond Cutters didn't just expose weaknesses in their defenses, it fractured the team's trust, fulfilling his ultimate goal of sowing division. After much introspection, Lanolin finally does what many had hoped she would. She apologizes. With a heavy heart, she acknowledges that in her relentless pursuit of making the world a better place, she became so fixated on the outcome that she lost sight of the process. This tunnel vision made her easily deceived, turning her from an asset into a liability. However, the most significant part of her admission comes when she directly apologizes to Silver and Whisper. This scene carries great emotional weight because true apologies, those born from deep self-reflection rather than mere obligation, are difficult. It often takes time to process one's faults, to confront them with humility, and express genuine remorse. Seeing Lanolin swallow her pride and offer a heartfelt apology is a powerful moment of growth. Even more striking, however, is Silver's response. He simply says, "Thank you." Both Silver and Whisper had every right to hold Lanolin's misjudgment against her, to wield her mistakes as a weapon against her leadership. Yet, in the display of true friendship, they chose understanding over resentment. No one is without flaws, and if people were torn down for every misstep, they would find themselves alone when their own failures inevitably surfaced. This moment reinforces the theme that true camaraderie is not about being faultless, but about supporting loving one another despite those faults. Lanolin refuses to let her mistakes define her. Instead of retreating in shame, she takes initiative, determined to turn this mess into something meaningful. Recognizing that she may not be ready for high-stakes leadership just yet, she instead volunteers to help rebuild Emeraldville. This decision, in turn, inspires Jewel, who sees in it an opportunity to do good on a smaller scale, one that allows both of them to contribute positively to the world while stepping back from the overwhelming pressures that had once weighed them down. In choosing to rebuild, both physically and emotionally, Lanolin and Jewel embrace a path of self-reflection and renewal, proving that growth is not about never failing, but about learning to rise again with purpose. Silver finds himself deeply moved by the resilience and camaraderie that the Diamond Cutters have forged in the wake of their hardships. Even in their darkest hour, they are choosing to rebuild, to grow stronger together. However, that sense of unity is soon met with a sobering shift in tone when Whisper makes her intentions clear. She is determined to find Mimic and end him. Her words immediately spark concern from Tangle, who reminds Whisper that they have been down this road before. When they find Mimic, they will stop him, but execution is not the answer. This moment highlights a fundamental ideological divide that has been a recurring point of contention in Sonic lore. Is justice best served by eliminating a threat permanently, or is every life, regardless of its sins, worth preserving? It is an age-old debate, one that society itself continues to grapple with. Some argue that taking a life to protect others is a necessary evil, while others believe that responding to violence with more violence only perpetuates a cycle of hatred. Personally, I have always found strength in the philosophy of answering evil with good, as true power lies in breaking that cycle rather than succumbing to it. Despite the weight of the conversation, Whisper turns to Silver, asking if he will stand with them in their mission to track down Mimic. Without hesitation, Silver agrees. This decision is not one he makes lightly. Mimic's deception left deep emotional wounds, planting seeds of self-doubt that Silver has struggled to overcome. Now, he is being given the chance to confront the very source of that pain, making this more than just a battle. It's a test of his own growth. Adding to the gravity of the situation, the official synopsis for issue 79 teases the severity of this looming confrontation, ominously stating that only one of these former comrades will walk away from the battle. While it is possible that this may mark the end for Mimic, the implication of potential tragedy looms over Tangle and Whisper as well. However, rather than speculating too heavily right now, it's worth noting that this issue masterfully sets the stage for an emotionally charged and philosophically complex clash, one that will likely have lasting consequences for all involved. Tangle then asks Belle what she will do. Belle's reflection on losing her father is a deeply poignant moment. She admits that in the wake of his absence, she felt lost, adrift without purpose, unsure of her place in the world. The struggle for meaning is something many can relate to. The search for purpose is often a defining challenge in life. However, Belle's perspective shifted upon witnessing the kindness and courage of her friends. Their actions have illuminated a truth that she hadn't seen before. The world, while daunting, is also filled with opportunities to do good. With newfound clarity, she resolves to travel, using her own abilities to help others wherever she can. This decision marks a significant evolution for Belle. She has endured hardship, confronted loss, and emerged stronger. Once a frightened and uncertain child, she now embarks on a journey of her own, driven by a selfless desire to make a difference. It's a powerful testament to her character growth, reinforcing that true strength often comes not from physical prowess, but from resilience and the willingness to move forward despite fear. However, as Belle embraces her future, a sobering realization dawns on Tangle. This may be the end of the Diamond Cutters. The team she was once so eager to help form now faces an emotional farewell after such a brief but meaningful time together. Teary-eyed, the group expresses their gratitude for the experiences they shared, acknowledging the lessons they've learned along the way. In a final heartfelt moment, Silver pulls them all in for a group hug, solidifying the bond that they will always carry, even as they part ways. This moment of dissolution evokes the bittersweet nature of growth. It mirrors The Lord of the Rings when Frodo and Sam split from the Fellowship, recognizing that some journeys must be undertaken alone. While the Diamond Cutters may no longer stand as a team, their departure opens the door for new beginnings. This next arc presents an opportunity for each character to discover their true calling, forging their own paths while carrying the experiences that shape them. What makes this issue so compelling is its emphasis on introspection and self-discovery. Growth is an ongoing process, and even heroes, despite their strength, continue to face self-doubt, failure, and moments of uncertainty. But the core message remains clear. Even in the face of hardship and when everything feels like a mess, there is always the potential to build something meaningful. Let me know what your thoughts of this issue are in the comments below. Are you saddened by the disbanding of the Diamond Cutters, or do you see this as an exciting opportunity for character growth? Let me know in the comments, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe for more Sonic lore. As always, I want to wish you all the best. Take care. Peace.